live in Yogyakarta and I'm from Urban and Regional Planning of Universitas Gadjah Mada. Looking forward to work with you guys. See you!
Hello everyone, my name is Aldi Putra Amro, you can call me Aldi. I come from Padang Pariaman District and West Sumatra, and I'm from University of Gadjah Mada. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Gusti Aditya and I am the Master Candidate of Urban and Regional Planning in University of Gadjah Mada. And I can wait to have a new experience with all of you guys.
Hello everyone, my name is Danu Sanasundoro. You can call me Danu. I am from Surabaya and I'm a Diponegoro University student majoring in Urban and Regional Planning. Nice to know you guys and glad to be working with you.
Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. I'm Sarah Inawati. I'm from Malang, East Java and I'm currently enrolled in University of Brawijaya as an Urban and Regional Planning student. I hope we can work well together for the next few months. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Safira Zaneti Zain. You can call me Annette. I live in Jakarta and I'm from ITB.
Hello everyone, my name is Rani. I'm from Bandung. Currently, I'm studying at Universitas Gadjah Mada. In this international joint studio program, I hope I can get a lot of insight from all the participants. So, see you later!
Hello everyone, my name is Ekanisa Jasmandisuro. Just call me Ekanisa. I'm from Semarang City and right now I'm studying at Master of Urban Regional Planning in Diponegoro University. Can't wait to work with you guys. See you!
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Najwa Patakari. I'm from Pekanbaru, Riau, and I'm currently studying at Institute of Technology Bandung.
Kota Baru, the new center of Yogyakarta, is a settlement area colonial heritage in Yogyakarta that has physical characteristics and also has a historical value that makes it unique. The Kota Baru area has an entirely different atmosphere from other Yogyakartan areas because of most of which are still arranged following the wind's direction. From our perspective, Kota Baru has 6 positive features. The first positive feature that we found in Kota Baru is Kota Baru has a strong characteristic and also located in a strategic location because it is close to various tourist destinations in Yogyakarta and also located near Lempuyangan Station. Not only that, the road network in the spatial layout of the Kota Baru area is equipped with a drainage system for the disposal of household waste and rainwater. It means Kota Baru supports the facilities for community needs and also it's pedestrian friendly.
And next is problems identified in Kota Baru. First, dense settlement located to the next to the river, which has the potential to become a slum settlement. The second one is the high pressure of economic activities and modernization threatens efforts to conserve cultural heritage. The third is the shift in areas function for the development of contemporary special impacts, the image and buildings. Fourth, the function of the park on the boulevard is not optimal for water absorption on Suroto Street and Paridam M. Noto Street. Fifth, traffic during peak hours. And the last one is lack of signage. That's all our presentation. If there are many mistakes in our presentation, please forgive us. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this video. In this occasion, we're going to share our group discussion about Kota Baru. This presentation consists of a brief explanation about Kota Baru, 3 positive and 3 negative features of Kota Baru. But before we start our presentation, let us introduce ourselves. We're from Group 2. My name is Sydney Priscilla. I'm 20 years old. I'm from West Java and currently studying Urban and Regional Planning at UGM.
Hi everyone, my name is Muhammad Farhan Atariksah. You can call me Arik or Farhan. I'm a final year student of Urban and Regional Planning at Diponegoro University. I'm 21 years old and I come from Medan, North Sumatra.
Hello everyone, I'm Icha and currently I'm in the first year in Master of Urban and Hi, first let me introduce myself. My name is Priyanshu Tiananda and I'm currently enrolling in undergraduate program from University of Brawijaya, and I am the current coordinator of this group. So, looking forward working with you. Nice to meet you.
Hello everyone, my name is Haidar Muhammad. You can call me Haidar. I'm 20 years old and I come from South Tangerang. Now I'm currently studying at Urban and Regional Planning at Gajah Mada University.
Hi friend, my name is Dionika Ayu Kurnia Fitri. You can call me Dio. I'm 20 years old and I'm from UKM, but for now I live in Wonosobo.
Hello, my name is Echa. I'm an undergraduate student of Urban and Regional Planning, Gajah Mada University.
Hello everyone, my name is Alia Kamila Hanif, but you can call me Alia. I'm from ITB, class of 2017, and I live in Bandung.
So I'll inform you a short introduction of the study area. Kota Baru is located in Godokusuma, Yogyakarta. It has a strategic location that approximately distance 1 km from Mpuyan Station, Malioboro, and Gajah Mada University. And it is also well known by its uniqueness in the buildings and the Garden City concepts, which can be explained more in the positive features.
After our research and discussion, we can conclude that Kota Baru has 3 positive features. The first one is strong value in architectural and historical heritage. Kota Baru is well known for its historical heritage that is being seen from the architectural features. These conditions are also supported by the local government regulation of Special Region of Yogyakarta that the preservation is expected to be maintained, especially its physical aspects, which include the overall site and the buildings.
The next positive features of Kota Baru is it uses Garden City concept as a spatial pattern. The Garden City has a larger portion of gardening, open space, and the laying of houses that are farther back from the road. It is surrounding with preserved greeneries, vegetations, and public open spaces.
The third positive feature of Kota Baru is integrated city with radial concentric model. The concentric radial is characterized by the existence of corridor field in the center, which creating the circular pathway that makes Kota Baru more integrated. This makes Kota Baru different from other cities in Yogyakarta that commonly using the perpendicular axis.
After we analyze and point out about the positive features, now we're going to see the negative sides or negative features about Kota Baru itself. Degradation of heritage value. As time goes on, many buildings appear that contradicted the image of Kota Baru as a heritage area. For example, the building in Jalan Suroto, Jalan Hadi Darsono, like those pictured above, Jalan Wadani, Jalan Ferdinand M. Noto, Jalan Yosudarso, Jalan Jenderal Sudirman. This building usually function as house and commercial. Based on literature, 40% buildings in Kota Baru have changed, so that's why this gonna be a new challenge for Kota Baru itself.
The next one is shifting land use. It arises from the growth and development that following the needs of the society. The image of the area and the style of industrial building has been repeatedly changed because of this phenomenon. Nowadays, many industrial building or colonial buildings have been demolished and then appear the four faces or the building facade that contradict their surroundings.
So, the last negative feature of Kota Baru is the possible future development of transit-oriented development area. It is actually a blessing in disguise, as TOD is supposed to solve the area's network and vehicular problems. However, if not planned carefully, TOD could jeopardize the heritage value of the area, triggering rapid high-density development and increasing possible gentrification. So the local government needs to have a more thorough discussion if they really want to turn Kota Baru into a TOD area.
That is the end of our presentation. Sorry if there's any mistaken for belief from us, and thank you for your attention.
Hello everyone, we are from Group Telu, and in this opportunity we will tell you about Kota Baru, a beautiful sub-district located in Yogyakarta. Okay, in this video we will introduce ourselves as Group Telu, and we will tell you about general characteristic of Kota Baru, and lastly we will tell you about positive and negative features of Kota Baru. Oh, let us introduce ourselves.
Hello, my name is Atika Nuskarsari from class 2017, Institut Teknologi Bandung.
Hello, I'm Ariel Natasha from Diponegoro University, batch 2017.
Hello, my name is Fatima Azara. I'm from class of 2020.
Hello, my name is Desinta and I'm from Universitas Gadjah Mada batch 2019.
Hi, I'm Risa, class of 2019 from Universitas Gadjah Mada and I live in Purwokerto.
Hi, my name is Mary Colina. I'm from Gadjah Mada University.
Okay, hello, my name is Muhammad Usama. I'm from Universitas Gadjah Mada, batch 2019.
And last, my name is Kurnia Rizky, 2019. I'm from Bandung Institute of Technology.
Okay, so Kota Baru is located in Yogyakarta, as you can see in the picture. It is marked in yellow line, and it is near the central of Yogyakarta city. The delineation of Kota Baru, in the north side there are Kelurahan Terban, in the east side there are Kelurahan Klitren, in the south side there are Kelurahan Bausasran, and in the west side there are Kelurahan Gowongan. Kota Baru is estimated to have an area of 71 acres, and there are 20 neighborhoods resided in Kota Baru.
And then for the zonation, based on Yogyakarta City Regional Regulation Number 1, 2015 about detailed spatial planning and zoning regulation of Yogyakarta City, Kota Baru located in the sub-BWPC Gondokusuma, and Kota Baru included in the sub-BWP category where its handling is prioritized. The plan for handling the Kota Baru area carried out through the development of trade and service zone, and then office and education that implies an image of historical struggle and education.
Okay, so I will tell a brief about one of the positive features that we find in Kota Baru. Kota Baru has a colonial atmosphere and has a historical value because Kota Baru itself is a heritage area. Kota Baru area as a cultural heritage area of Yogyakarta Special Region is stipulated in the Perda DIY number 6 of 2012 concerning the preservation of cultural heritage. The architecture of the buildings in the Kota Baru area is characterized by Indisch culture, a mixture of local culture and European culture. Such cultural heritage buildings can have the potential to be turned into heritage tourism areas.
The second positive features of Kota Baru is that Kota Baru supported by smart city government. With the existence of smart government, it can create planning and development of the Kota Baru area that is better in the future, as well as faster service and easier information, especially for the community.
And the third positive features in Kota Baru is located in potential zone. Kota Baru area is in a strategic area, which is near with Malioboro area and Lempuyangan stations. The existence of Kota Baru, which is near with Malioboro area and Lempuyangan station, can support the Malioboro tourist area.
Okay, next, the negative feature. The new building do not meet architecture. Along with its development, there have been several changes in the function of buildings in Kota Baru area, such as becoming commercial buildings. These changes can have an impact on changing building style, following the trend of the times, such as modern and minimalist style. If this is not minimized, it can fade the identity of the Kota Baru area as an area with a colonial or indie style and heritage area.
The second problem is that there are slum area in Chode River banks and have a high density and irregular grid, so can fade the identity area.
The last negative feature that we found is traffic jam. Kota Baru already has a high vehicle density and potentially the density will incur undue of the development and increase of community activities. Traffic jams can also contribute in the area pollution. Even though recently a new project revitalized the pedestrian area of Kota Baru still managed to be one of the busiest streets at the peak hour. And that's for our presentation. Thank you for any attention. Any suggestion and recommendation will be appreciated. Thank you.
Hi everyone, we are from Team 4 called Fantastic 4. Would like to introduce our team. Firstly, I'm Marlina Wilmart, or you can call me Ligna, act as coordinator for this group. Right now, I'm in my third semester of Urban and Regional Planning Magister in Gajah Mada University.
Hello, my name is Anissa Nurrahman Intias, but people usually call me Nisa. I'm on my fourth semester studying Urban and Regional Planning at Universitas Gajah Mada.
Hi everyone, my name is Nadia Maharani. People usually call me Nadia, and right now I'm in my third year in Urban and Regional Planning, Brawijaya University.
Hi everyone, my name is Nareta. Currently I'm in my final year of Regional and Urban City Planning, Institut Teknologi Bandung.
My name is Dinda Liviana Lufa, you can call me Via. I'm currently on my fourth semester studying at Urban and Regional Planning in Universitas of Gajah Mada.
Hi, I'm Nadia Alfirda. You can call me Nadel. I'm from Urban and Regional Planning, ITB, 2017.
My name is Eska Sabrina Anggreni. You can call me Nina. I'm a student of Urban and Regional Planning, Gajah Mada University since 2019.
Hello, my name is Yukro Vandaya. You can call me Zukro. Now, I'm a master student in Urban and Regional Planning at Diponegoro University.
So that was a short information about all of us. Now let's continue to our presentation about a brief overview of Kota Baru. As well already known, Kota Baru was a former residential area for Dutch people during colonization era in the 1900s. It was developed to accommodate Netherlands and other Europeans who established new business in all across Jakarta region in that area. In 1917 until 1920, area Kota Baru was built, which consists of residential area and other facilities such as hospitals, schools, Central Park, and also offices. The main theme of this area called Garden City, which referred to modern European city style, which main features of plentiful garden areas and provide high access to all of its residents. And as you can see from the picture, lots of trees are planted along the road with many junctions to facilitate easier access to every part of the city. And due to its historical value, Yogyakarta province then enacted Kota Baru as one of the cultural heritage areas aiming to preserve and maintain its original condition. Next, we move to explain several positive features of this area. First, Kota Baru serves as a livable environment because it was already designed to provide basic needs with distinction qualities, like its public and social facilities, space to create social interaction, good quality of environment, and also support economic, social, and cultural function to its wide open space design. The second feature is the unique combination of garden city, heritage, and culture. The Garden City concept adopts a concentric radial model centered by the park, surrounded with buildings and connected by roads that are headed to the park. The building itself is a cultural heritage which represents combination of the past of our revolutionary and struggling era, and also local culture and customs that still being preserved.
Third positive feature is unity in diversity. Kota Baru has various ethnic group, race, and religion respect each other. This is important for social capital and support for future development. In addition, Kota Baru has a potential show with collaborating between government and citizens. Kota Baru developed creative public space. Its name Suroto Public Space. It is support for increase and ideas sharing of building creative industry. Next, we identify third problem of Kota Baru. The first problem is the number of heritage buildings is decreased. This is decrease or impact of transformation into modern building. This is a need and complete existing local regulation for coordination among institutions, land ownership, and etc. The second problem is increasing building coverage ratio. In the 1941, a building coverage ratio was 33%, while in 20 and 40 in increasing to 51%. If this condition is continuing, it's fear that image of Kota Baru area as a garden city will be lost. The third problem Kota Baru is a new building facade, the impression of city. This is comparison of original building facade and a new building facade. Thank you for your attention. We hope this is useful for all.